they just never want to do it in the first place, or
Right.
yeah.
I just say congratulations, you're free.
I know.
You can sit in the same room and not stare at a camera. How about that?
Are they saying they're not doing it while it's online, or are they just like, no, I'm done forever?
I think some people don't, especially more and more people are starting to do Zoom. I think mostly it's people that have just quit. I think they've just not doing it at all. There's a lot of people that don't want to do Zoom. There's a lot of people, I mean, I asked somebody that was like, oh yeah, I actually quit before the pandemic. And I was like, oh, really? I had no idea.
I got a couple, I'm not doing it for the rest of the year, which is fine. So like a break.
Are they saying Zoom or are they saying period? Like anything?
Period. Well, that's kind of the only option. I mean, there's the occasional outdoor show that's popular in there.
Yeah.
But those are few and far between. And like there are some big shows happening, but like they're all name comics. They're all already
they're draws. Yeah.
They're the only ones who are gonna win.
I'm here in Austin right now, and everybody's like flocking here, and we have a outdoor indoor venue that has like, I think they had, I can't remember names right now, but whatever, they've had draws. Hi Kevin, with clothes on.
I got dressed. So
all of them are like big time shows, and they're outdoor. We have Stubbs Amphitheater, where I think Dave's at right now, and then Rogan and them are all popping up, and so people are like, yeah, we can do comedy again. I'm like, dude, we are on our way to a second surge. Like, I don't know if y'all understand how winter works, but that's when it gets cold, people sneeze and catch allergies, and we spread even more. So
right.
This is
supposed to be like like Taylor Tomlinson and Nikki Glazer are supposed to come here like to stand up live in the Tempe Improv. I just don't see that happening. Like, I really don't see that happening.
When are they scheduled?
Taylor Tomlinson's scheduled for Thanksgiving weekend, and then I think Nikki Glazer is not too long after that.
Yeah, we're one of those other places where like the clubs were open for a bit, but they might shut down again.
Our clubs died. That's the thing. Like Austin, as much as we are kind of crazy, do what you want, we out of San Antonio, Houston, and Dallas decided to not open our clubs back. Unfortunately, Cap City ended up dying, and a few other other theaters did.
That really sucks.
Big time. But everybody else is, doing the outside, whatever. I had friends at one tonight, and I stopped by to say hello, and then this was a great excuse to leave. I was like, well, I have a show to get to, so I'll see you guys later. I'm not touching anybody. And I was just like, bye.
Right.
That's crazy.
Well, Facebook is working. Yay.
Yeah,
I know. We are live on there. If you see it, feel free to share it, and maybe people join. I think I was going to comment the link in there if anyone wants to join us, so that if they see it on Facebook, might want to be in that audience here. Feel free to share it, anybody. And like I said, I usually turn my video off for the intro because I do this weird voiceover thing. So it's just weird if you can see me.
Well, can't they see you now?
Yes, but I mean, like when I officially start the show, not just chatting.
Got it. Wait, Kevin, it's on your page?
It's on the AMF Comedy Spectacular page. I'm gonna share it on my personal one though, real quick.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I used to do it on my page, but I don't know. I figured it kind of annoyed people. So. Like, I don't like comedy. Go away. No, I'm gonna. What is it? I hate how Facebook doesn't like make it easy to share sometimes. Oh, or I'm just user error. All right. It's interesting you can share it to your story. I don't know how that works. They just click on it from there. I'm gonna do that too. Why not? Give people the chance to watch it. All right. I'm gonna go bye-bye on video, and then I'll do the introduction and get the show rolling. Quincy just messaged me, can't make it, so I guess this is it for the lineup. So.
Oh man, no cue. All right.
I know we had we had a couple of last minute, like, just shit hit the fan with everybody. So
It's understandable.
I'm like, no worries, it's just a Zoom show.
Kevin, I'm glad to be here, dude. So thank you for having me. If I didn't already say thank you again.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for being available. All right. Live from your living room, it's Friday night. Welcome to AMF Comedy presents Laughsgiving, featuring Kerri Gallagher, Genevieve Rice, Samantha Hale, Symply Courtney, Savannah Hernandez, and your host, Kevin Collier. That was the thing. I do. I don't know. I like it. I miss that voice on Saturday Night Live. It's not the same without Don Pardo. And I do a bit with Don Pardo, and I always bring it out around this time of year because it's about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's next week. I think, it's always an interesting time for everybody at Thanksgiving. We got family gatherings and all that. And, if I just wonder, like, celebrities are people too, like, what would it be like to be in the house at the Pardo Thanksgiving? Because, like, I don't think he puts on that voice. I think he just talks like that all the time. So, it's like he walks into the kitchen and he's like, live from the kitchen, it's Thursday night's dinner, featuring green beans, cranberry sauce in a can, pumpkin pie, Stouffer's stuffing, a 12-pound turkey, crippling social anxiety, someone's boyfriend for a week, and musical guest, you two can't make it, but you two grandchildren, go get Pappy a beer. With special guests, my son Steve, Amy Poehler, Steve Martin, several grandchildren, and your host, my wife Linda. To which Linda replies every year, really, Don, do we have to do this every year? There you go. There's my Don Pardo. I gotta say, I started doing this bi-weekly, and the last show we had, we didn't have the results of the election yet, and we were all kind of just waiting, like, are they gonna call it? Come on, let's do it. And so, obviously we know now, if you live in reality, that Biden won. And I gotta say, I'm relieved, but I also, like, from a comedy standpoint, I'm relieved because I'm just so sick and tired of talking about Trump, like, at all. Like, Trump jokes weren't funny, like, before he took office, and now we've had almost 4 years of this just awfulness. And he's the lamest of ducks right now, just trying to destroy everything in sight because he doesn't want to admit that he lost. And I guess, like, everyone's talking about all the unemployment numbers and those things that are bad right now, but the only unemployment numbers that I want to see come January is Trump and his entire cabinet. So that's all I'm interested in right now. Bye-bye. I could even say You Are the Weakest Link, because I guess that is coming back now because everything's cyclical. I don't know. What is life? I got the new Xbox yesterday, and it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it so far. But I've been playing a couple of games and trying to see, what's the difference with the next generation consoles and amazing graphics. And strangely, one of the games with the best graphics that I've seen so far is the new Tetris game. Why anyone needs that, I don't know. It's like this Zen Tetris that just like, look, we're just showing off our graphics, and you can be in space with just music going, and like you might as well be like in a massage parlor, but also you're playing Tetris. And it's beautiful, it's amazing. But I'm like we have the technology to do that, and we're using it for like hyper realistic Tetris. Shouldn't we be using it to like try to get rid of COVID or cancer or something? I don't. It's it just seems like a waste, to use that technology on that. But what do I know? Our priorities are whacked right now. It's just like, hey, you know what the people need? Next gen Tetris. They've been asking for years. Those blocks, they need to be upgraded. I know it's just been a strange thing. But yeah, I mean, I do try to keep it topical on the show and talk about what's been going on, but everything's been so awful that I'm just like, I don't know, old jokes. I guess I'll pull out some old jokes, go back to that. I don't I'm watching the news constantly, but there's nothing funny about what's happening right now. It's just rough. So that's what I've been dealing with. I don't know about you guys, but just trying to get through one thing at a time. Small victories. Got a new job recently, and liking it a lot so far. Way better than my old job, and that to me, that's a big deal. Like it makes a difference, and I just think that process sucks. Like right now and during COVID times, there's not a lot of jobs, and then it's just a hard thing because people don't want to hire, and you got to do virtual interviews and everything. But it's weird no matter what. If you've been out of a job for a while, it starts to get panhandling a little bit, you're just I'll take anything. It could even be McDonald's. I just need to eat tonight. I don't care at this point, just give me a job. But if you've had a long-term job and you're looking for a job, it's also weird because it's kind of like having an affair. You have to sneak behind your employer's back and take these secret phone calls and like hope that nobody sees you or knows what you're doing, and you just like making all these excuses. Oh, I was sick that day when you had to interview, and you know, and you never know how it went. Like, I think that went well. Should I call them, or do I wait until they call? Do I wait 3 days? Is that just a one night stand? I don't really know how this works. And then if everything goes as planned, you have to break up with your employer. You have to go to this long-term relationship you've had and say, look, I'm grateful for the time we've had together. It's been really nice. But and I just want to say, you know, it's not you, it's me. Making more money, bitches. And then you walk away and throw money in there. That's like, ideally, that's how I've quit every job in my head. So yeah, got a new job and a new game system, and you know, those are like, and I got a basketball hoop. Like, those are like the small things keeping me going right now. I'm like, if I'm gonna be home, I might as well enjoy it. So that's the time that I've got for my thoughts tonight. I'm gonna keep the show going for you guys in a minute here. Want to bring up our next comedian. Symply Courtney.
Hey, what's up? Hey. Oh, I thought I was gonna get the cool ass announce voice or whatever. Okay, you say that for yourself. Oh, what's up, man? How y'all doing? I'm Symply Courtney. Let's get it out the way right now. My name really is Courtney. Show of hands here. Who here was surprised when he said "Give it up for Symply Courtney" and then I appeared on the screen? Let's just be honest. It's weird for people, man. People get downright uncomfortable when they find out my name is Courtney. You know who really gets uncomfortable? My Uber passengers. Like, let's just be real. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm an Uber driver, and so think about it. 3:00 in the morning comes around, you get your notification that Courtney's arrived. You go out to the car, open the door, and then it's me just like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Like, nobody's expecting that. It's weird. Like, I get some strange reactions, man. I'm Southern because I'm from Texas, and so I like to introduce myself and I greet people. And so every so often people open the door and I'm like, hey, how are you doing? Welcome to my car. My name's Courtney. I've had some like really weird reactions. Like I had a lady recently go, are you sure? That's a real reaction I got. Yeah. Yeah. And now we all know what she was implying by that question, right? She's implying that I stole the car and then kept the job that came with the car. Yeah. Car thief just breaks into the car. It's like, yeah, new car. Wait a minute, new job, new me. Hey, let's do this. Get these 5 stars going. No, that's not how car thievery works, I think. Another strange reaction I got is I introduced myself and this lady looked at her phone, looked at me, and just said nope and closed the door in my face. That's a real thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Real thing, man. It hurt. It did. It hurt for all of like 2 seconds because then I remembered it was raining when she did it. Yeah. Yeah. She chose to get rained on instead of getting in my car. And so I was mad and I said, you know what? I got this. I circled the block and I splashed her. I did. I did. I had to get revenge. I was like, we're going to balance the scales tonight. Splash. And then I gave her a bad rating because I'm petty, y'all. Oh, man. My name is Courtney. It's been an interesting 34 years. I like to tell people it took me 31 years to get comfortable with this name. That's a real thing. I recently found out what my name could have been had it not been Courtney. My mom was just like randomly dropping facts on me from my childhood. And then she just let it slip that my name wasn't going to be Courtney. It was going to be something else. Now, I don't know if this will work out because crowd work and a Zoom call is different. But for the few people that are on, if you could do me a favor and make me a drum roll, I'm going to unveil what my name could have been had it not been Courtney. Let's see what we can do. Make me a drum roll. I feel like somebody's just clicking their keyboard a bunch of times. All right. This next comic comes to the stage all the way from the mean streets of Austin, Texas, standing 6'3", weighing 200 and none of your business pounds. Give it up for Chadwick. R.I.P. to Black Panther, but I don't think I could have pulled Chadwick off, y'all. I'm Courtney. I think I could do Courtney. Like, just imagine if I would have been Chadwick. Like, imagine me trying to be like a gangbanger and I'm Chadwick. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, y'all come on out or you're going to get beat up by Chadwick. Like, come on, man. Like, I can't do that. Like, it feels so mean to say it after Chadwick Boseman passed away. But y'all, I found out I had a middle name too, because I'm Courtney Benjamin Creighton. That's my whole name, named after my great grandma. It's a whole long story. I was Chadwick Dwayne Creighton. Yeah, I was CDC, y'all. Yeah, thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom, for not choosing that. I found out the real reason why she didn't name me Chadwick, by the way. She said when it came time to sign the birth certificate, she couldn't remember how to spell Chadwick. That's a real thing. Wow. Yeah. Thank you, public schooling. She's like, I couldn't remember how to spell Chadwick, so I went with the next best thing, Courtney. And if you guys know history, if you remember back in the 80s who Barbie's best friend was, then you'll know why she chose my name to be Courtney. Because who was all over TV? Barbie's best friend, Courtney. Had a little jingle for it. That's how I had to introduce myself in elementary school. So you're welcome. I'm a dad. I have a 12-year-old little girl and I have a 10-year-old little boy. Hold your applause. Black dads matter. I recently found out that my 12-year-old daughter is starting to bump heads with her mom. We're divorced, we're separated. And it's so weird because me and her have been like bonding. Like she's just been kind of talking trash about her mom. And I've been kind of like, yeah, keep talking. Like it's so weird. Like she's talking like, man, she doesn't listen. She doesn't do this. I'm over here like, like I'm getting the tea with my daughter from my daughter about my ex-wife. It's the funniest thing ever. I don't know what to do, y'all. Like honestly, I've talked about this with my mom, and she's been like, it's gonna happen soon, right? And I was like, what? They're gonna fight. So I don't know whose side to take, y'all. Like on one hand, I mean, she's my ex, right? And on the other hand, that's my daughter. I don't know who I'm supposed to root on in that case. I'm just like, whoever wins, you had it coming. I don't know what to do on that. Like, it's so bad. But I love my little girl. So every once in a while, I'm like, hey, you want to go play fight in the backyard? Work on your right hook? I don't know. It's horrible. But it's so awkward. Some people are like, oh my God, that's so bad. I'm bonding with my daughter, okay? If you get anything from that joke, I am bonding with my little girl, and I'm hoping that, we can just keep this relationship going. I woke her up with a Nuck If You Buck, by the way. That only works in the urban crowds. I do it every time. It's like, I look at the few Black people in the audience, and everybody's like, yeah. Everybody else is like, I don't know what Nuck If You Buck is. So last thing, and I'll get the heck out of here. I used to want to be a rapper. Who here is surprised by that? Hold your applause. I used to want to be a rapper. Me and a friend were talking one day, and he was like, hey, I don't think the whole rap thing is going to work out for you. And I said, why not? He said, your name's Courtney. And I said, oh, yeah, that's right. I just had a whole few jokes about that earlier. He's like, yeah. So I was like, well, what should I do? He was like, first of all, I think you should change your name. And I was like, well, what do we do? He says, I got it. Take the first letter of your name, chop off everything behind it, and put man right there. I like to just look and see. There we go. Where the fast readers at? Fast readers got it. Some people are like, I don't know what the joke is. It's okay. I don't explain it. I'll just let you guys know that year, I got kicked out of the 7th grade talent show. Didn't even get a chance to rap. I just signed up and they were like, get your nutty butt out of here. Hey guys, thank you so much. I've been Simply Courtney, aka not Chadwick Dwayne. Thank you guys.
All right, give it up for C-Man right there. C-Man. Get it? Yeah, thank you so much for joining us as a last-minute replacement here, Courtney, and wonderful having you on the show. You saying that you were an Uber driver reminded me that I do Uber Eats occasionally, and I had an instance recently where I delivered food to a stripper at work, and like it was cool, it was interesting, like different. But the weirdest part for me was that she tipped me. Okay. I was like, I don't think that's how this normally works. But I just wanted to share that because it reminded me. I was like, I'll never forget that.
Quit bragging.
She's a good tipper. I think she understands. All right, we're gonna keep the show going with some more comedy here. We did have music planned originally, but that didn't happen last minute. So it's just gonna be a straight comedy show tonight. Just a reminder, if anyone's watching on Facebook, that we are trying to get some donations for St. Mary's Food Bank out here in Phoenix, to donate some meals to those that need it, which is it's always a hard time for some people, but even harder this year. So if you consider it, you can donate directly to St. Mary's on their website, or if you want to donate to us, I'm going to be giving all the proceeds over there. We're at AMF Comedy on all of the PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo, all of that. So just wanted to throw that out there before we get the show rolling a little further. next up, I'd like to bring up the very funny Savannah Hernandez. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. Is it still, for me, it says Courtney's on the screen. Is that what's happening?
I forgot to remove the spotlight, so give me a moment. And then people move around. So, oh, thank you for putting donate to AMF comedy on the name there, the name change. Appreciate that. All right.
Here I am. I was like,
click you, and then your name moved around. So
everyone has like a background. I just have like pillows. Like I don't. It's nothing. I shouldn't be here. I'm sorry. No. No, thank you. Yeah, I'm so excited. Something that you said earlier, Kevin, you were like, I'm tired of talking about Trump and hearing about him. And it's like, I kind of have the same thing, but it's also an obsession. Like the movie, like it's just like Mean Girls. It's like everyone hates Regina George, but the only thing that they love about their life is hating Regina George. And that's kind of how I feel. Like I can see people's eyes glazing over when I'm talking. Like the tweets are getting a little aggressive and I can't stop. I know it's wrong. But I saw that someone said that they wanted to name the vaccine after him.
Oh.
I don't even have a joke for that. That was just something I saw on that was, but anyway.
Geraldo.
I'm excited for the new vaccine. It's looking really promising, and I'm excited to get it after some other people get it first, right? Just like a little, I feel like it just kind of sketches me out to like do it the first round, but I guess the first batch of people is going to be the elderly, which seems cruel in a way. We're like, all these like young, strong adults are like, oh, new vaccine. I don't know. You know what? Yeah, the old people should go first. Let's let them try it out.
Hi.
And we kind of act like it's a courtesy. We're like, oh, no. You guys go. You are sick and you need it more. And you can tell us how it goes. How about that? Let us know if you notice any changes. But
My social?
oh, what? Mute yourself, please. Hold on. Keep going.
What's your social? What's your social? I'm trying to buy some Christmas gifts.
Oh.
Wait, say your social again, ma'am.
Yeah, louder.
I'm more
All
interested in
right.
the credit card number. Like if her credit's not good, then I don't give a fuck. But I don't care what your social is. Is that being heckled? Is that kind of if someone's just giving you their social security number? No, it's good. It's good. There's a vaccine coming out, which is cool. But I feel like they're saying it has no risks, and that makes me more nervous. They're like, yeah, don't worry, there's no risks at all. I think I'd feel better if they were like, yeah, there's a 2% chance you're gonna lose some vision in your left eye. I'll be like, cool, I'll get an eye patch and grandma lives. Like, that's fine. But when the doctors are on TV, like, there are absolutely no risks. My anxiety is like, there are definitely risks, and they're just hiding, you know? Like, we just haven't found them yet is what the problem is. And I ask these questions like I'm qualified to question doctors. Like, I don't know why I think I'm qualified. Like, they went to school and studied science. I studied film and television. Like, the whole time they were in college, they were learning how hearts work. And I was watching Donnie Darko as homework. I don't think I don't know. I know I don't know how they work. I don't know anything about them. The only thing I know is that I need to call my therapist and tell her that my trust issues aren't resolved. They've just graduated from men to science. Like a Jurassic Park situation. They're kind of adapting. We thought that problem was taken care of. It's like, yeah, now I trust men. Like, ooh, my boyfriend's totally going to love me forever. But I would turn on Nat Geo. I'm like, is the Earth round though? I don't know. These scientists, they also said that Pluto was a planet. And so Don't know about the sphere theory. It seems questionable. I question more things now than I ever did, and I hate it. Like, I didn't used to be this way, because I used to just like believe what people told me because I went to Catholic school. That's the whole point. Like, if you're raised Catholic, they don't teach you to be skeptical. Like, that's the devil's job, you know?
No.
Questions are kind of Satan's thing. So he's gonna do that. You just listen and pray. Eat these stale crackers and drink wine as a child. I was like, okay, yeah, no, I'll do that. Another thing, Harry Styles was on the cover of Vogue recently, and he was wearing a dress because he's a communist. Like, these people are so upset. Like, some, like, all like evangelical and some Christian groups, they were all pissed off that he's wearing a dress. I'm just like, wait till they find out that gays can get married now. That's gonna be a long car ride home. I imagine it's like a silent drive, right? There's a woman in the passenger seat because, you know, women can't drive. Your period gets in the way of the whole thing. So she's in the passenger seat and she's got like no lips, and you don't know if it's because she's angry or just white. She's just kind of figuring out new ways to resent people, and her husband's silent because he's just like shaming away all those gay thoughts in his head. So and it's ironic because they have like a live, laugh, love sticker on every inch of their house, but their hobby is being hateful. I just went to a gay wedding, which is just like a regular wedding, except half of the relatives refused to go. So it was good. You know, we had our, it was like food and dancing and then Satan worshiping at the very end, just like a regular straight wedding. I do think, honestly, this week in particular was kind of interesting for me. I visited my boyfriend's family, and my boyfriend's family is from India. And my boyfriend's dad got to ask me what my career plan is. And I said, comedy. And he stared at me and said, so you're not getting your master's? No, I'm just gonna write jokes and say them to my laptop. Hope that works out. No, you're very proud of your son and you're really stoked about this relationship. Honestly, I've never been like, because I kind of had like bad parents. So when you have bad parents, your family doesn't expect much of you growing up. Like, the only thing I have to do to be impressive is just not do crack. That's anything else besides not doing crack is a bonus. It was kind of horseshit, because my whole life growing up, they were like, you can do anything you want. You can be anything you want to be. And then I graduated high school and they were like, we never thought we'd see this day. I was like, this is a public high school. I didn't even like do that well. And they're just crying like I'm accepting an Oscar. So this was the first time I've received like that dad look of disappointment that I didn't know everyone says is way worse than yelling. They're like, oh, the look of disappointment's the worst. Yeah, the minute his dad looked at me when I said I want to do comedy forever, I was like, I'm going back to school right now. Comedy is stupid. I'll be a doctor for ears or something. I don't know. All right. My name is Savannah. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for having me, Kevin. All
right. One more time for Savannah, everybody.
Yay!
Yeah, it's it's fun meeting the parents, right? I bet that's, you know, the culture is just like, you're gonna do something great, and you're like, have you seen me? No, just kidding.
Exactly.
But you know, as long as you're in a happy relationship, the family they're gonna do what they want to do. It's your relationship that matters.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you so much. Give it up one more time. And we are gonna keep the show going. I know I love the polite clapping with on mute. Thank you guys. That is a nice touch. It's like I
sorry
see
about
you.
being muted. I was on a phone call.
Oh, we know.
Oh my God, did you hear my phone call? I'm sorry.
No, we just heard most of your social.
Oh no.
No, thank you for being here though. No, just just try to mute if you're on a phone call, but feel free to unmute if you're just laughing and stuff. Appreciate you being here. All right, so our next comedian coming up is Kerri Gallagher. Woo! She's the one that I was trying to figure out who is changing to donate and all that. I appreciate that. I was like, I can't keep track of these tiny little faces down there, but
There's so many blocks. It's tiles. Maybe it's like Tetris. We need more money to make it work. I don't know.
right, next gen Tetris.
I have no idea. You guys, thanks so much. It's so nice to be here. Zoom comedy is crazy. I appreciate the opportunity. We're gonna have some fun. This time of year, I always get really anxious because I am a desert rat. I like the hot weather. It's still been somewhat hot here in Phoenix, but I just don't like when I can't move my arms, like these like arm prisons. Like, what is this? Like, I want to be able to move. I need to grab things, like slap a hoe. I just need more flexibility. So this time of year, I always get really anxious, but the nice thing about it is we're so close to Christmas, and I have an early Christmas gift, Hanukkah gift, holiday gift, Thanksgiving gift for everybody that is watching or is tuned in. It is some unsolicited marriage advice. Who doesn't like that? Like, we all love it. And for those of you who are single and looking to get married or get into a relationship, here's what you have to do. Any successful relationship, it is important that you get along with your significant other's family. And for me, I thought that was going to be tough because my in-laws are from Mississippi. And so you might be able to guess that they are hardcore Republicans. They live, breathe, and die for the GOP. I myself, I'm a Democrat. I'm a bleeding heart liberal. And the thing is, I haven't let that get in the way of our relationship. I haven't. It does not bother me one bit how they vote. It does bother my little 8-year-old niece, though, especially this time of year, because she doesn't get Elf on a Shelf. She gets Trump on a stump, guys. Anytime she misbehaves, Trump on a stump calls her a loser. And then grabs her crotch.
Oh no.
You know what though? It has been a very effective behavioral tool. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at my sister-in-law. I totally get it. But I have been watching the news a little bit more, and I take a different approach to the news. I like to jazz it up. I like to make it fun. So why don't we take a moment and let's have some fun with the news? Like, woo, fuck all that garbage out there that they're trying to scare us to death about. We're going to laugh a little bit. Let's dive in, folks. Guys, I still can't believe our COVID numbers are bonkers right now. We're having the highest infection rates every single day. It's not getting any better, but I still cannot wrap my brain around the fact that Kellyanne Conway tested positive for COVID-19. Like, mind blown. I had no idea that vampires could get COVID-19. Like, science confuses me. I don't understand. And COVID-19 infections, 80,000 cases in one day. And of those cases, half of the infections were Karens who refused to wear masks. The other half were store managers that got yelled at by Karens. We all know that Amy Coney Barrett has officially been sworn in as the new Supreme Court Justice. And I just have to say, the silver lining is we finally have a use for all those dry cleaning hangers. Am I right? It's amazing. I think it's time that we celebrate science, something that Coney Barrett probably isn't really into. So speaking of that, let's give a shout out to the Nobel Prize for Physics. It went to 3 individuals, one of which was Andrea Ghez, and Ghez is only the 4th woman to receive the award. So for all the insecure men out there, don't worry, she's still a shit driver. Ghez earned a Bachelor's of Science from MIT and a Master's of Science and PhD from the California Institute of Technology. So, you know, super impressive, whatever. I mean, I did go to Harvard, so the Harvard of Tempe, Arizona State. Yes, sports up, bitches. No, it's cool. I think it's very impressive that she has all of those degrees, and it took me 5 years to get a degree, and I honestly don't even remember. But one time I did hold a keg stand for 2 minutes, and there's definitely some physics involved in that. Mostly alcoholism though. But the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, that went to scientists who discovered the CRISPR gene, and that editing tool is responsible for rewriting the code of life. And hey, scientists, can you rewrite the year of 2020? No, science is garbage. Major in YouTube, kids. Still some really depressing news coming out of California, guys. The extreme dry weather is worsening the California wildfires, and firefighters are at a loss at this point. And really there's only one person who can make a difference and put out all those fires. You all know it. Cardi B, y'all. Yeah, there's some Burger King is planning to test reusable containers starting next year. It's part of their efforts to reduce waste. And in an effort to reduce our waste, I think the United States should blow up the entire state of Florida. Oh, speaking of jorts, Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton are officially engaged, which is crazy. I didn't realize a lady could legally marry a mullet. Got a couple more for you folks. Boeing is going to space. It's an official announcement. They are officially going to space. They're going to try to build a shuttle that takes you to Mars. And I think they should just stick to what they know. Murder in Earth's atmosphere. Big shakeup in college football a couple weekends back with Notre Dame taking down #1 ranked Clemson. Wow. The priests at Notre Dame haven't been this excited since South Bend hosted the Little League World Series. I'm ending on that, y'all. Thank you so much. My name is Kerri Gallagher. Thank you, Kevin. Make sure you donate. And thanks for the time, everybody. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Woo! All right, Kerri, thank you so much. In other news, I am retiring from this show and handing it over to Kerri because she's way better at it. All right. Thank you so much for joining us here in Zoom and Facebook Live. And if you are watching on our YouTube archive, I have a few questions. Is COVID still a thing? Is America still a thing? I need to know. Let me know in the comments. All right. Our next guest on the show put together an amazing comedy festival in Phoenix, the Bird City Comedy Festival. Give it up for Genevieve Rice, everybody.
Woo! All right. It's good to be here. I've missed doing comedy. There was a little while where I wasn't doing comedy, and I just had to tell myself that was pretty funny for a woman. But just digging this Edward Snowden cosplay that we're all doing here. That's pretty fun. I'm making some changes in my life. I gave up alcohol. No, don't be excited for me. Oh my God. No, can't take it. you guys are uncomfortable, and just want to let you know you guys don't necessarily have to give up booze. I gave it up because I reached the top of my alcoholism game and had nowhere else to go with it. One day I just had no choice. I just had to put down the bottle, straighten my wig, get out of the bathtub, and leave that Home Depot. I also lost 70 pounds pre-pandemic, but I'm really close to my weight loss goals. I'm only 20 pounds away from being able to post a picture of me in a bikini without a 5-paragraph body positive essay. And I'm only 10 pounds away from being able to post that same bikini picture without someone commenting, "I love your confidence." Going great. I'm going to talk about politics for a second because no one has been brave enough to talk about that constantly. Arizona went blue.
Woo!
Hey, yeah.
R. Kelly. Oh.
Yeah, I did it. I put out a lawn sign. I'm pretty excited. But yeah, this is actually the first blue state I've lived in. I've lived in Alaska, Oklahoma, Texas, Georgia, Indiana, Arizona. First one that's blue. And I honestly, I don't know how to act. Like, I have a lot of questions. Do I have to join Antifa now? Do they meet at Panera Bread? Are blue states allowed to have Panera Breads? Because Red Bulls, they feel very red state. But I am married. This is the portion of the show where I remind people that someone loves me. We'll do this. I am married to a doctor. He's a doctor of jazz. Now he can write prescriptions. They'll just be for Miles Davis. So, but my husband is a jazz guitarist, and he's as a jazz man, he's kind of a misunderstood breed, and I feel like it's kind of my role as a jazz wife to help clear up the many myths and misconceptions that are out there that I know you all have. Like, for starters, and I want to make this very clear, he does not have a ponytail. That's blues. He's also never called anyone cat or daddy-o in my presence. Now he does do heroin. That's jazz law. You got to do it. Otherwise, Charlie Parker will haunt you forever. So just obeying the law. I also, I have a toddler. I mean, I'm her mom. I don't just I'm not the Mandalorian. But I have a 19-month-old, and we just gave her very first haircut in quarantine, and we were very nervous about it because, of course, we were afraid she was going to lose her powers. And turns out she did. She's no longer the alderman of Mesa, Arizona. So yeah, consequences. So, but my husband and I have been trying to deal with this pandemic the best we can. It's not great. I'm not a huge fan. I give it 5 out of 5 stars if it was Uber, because if you give anything less than 5 stars, you're doing it as a ghost because you've been murdered, I assume. But I'm not, yeah, it's not great. That's my hot take on the pandemic. But my husband and I have been trying to deal the best we can. We've been one thing we've been doing is going on these long drives, kind of all around Phoenix. And we've been looking at all sorts of scenic places. Like, did you guys know we have lakes? Yeah, we got them. We went by some old haunts. I went by what used to be a Borders Books, if you guys remember those. And we looked to see what had gone in its place. And it was a gun range.
Oh.
Yeah. I can't think of a better metaphor for America. Just replacing books with guns. Yeah. I guess in fairness, they both have magazines. So.
Hey.
I'm gonna leave you guys on this. I am a realtor. Don't get too excited. I know. I don't know exactly how to react to somebody that knows their way around a lead paint disclosure, but get used to it. But sometimes people ask me how I got into that line of work, and I'm gonna tell that to you guys tonight. One night, very late, I was out driving, and all of a sudden, a man ran into the road, and I tried to miss him, but I ended up hitting him with my car. Go to see if he's okay. It turns out he's dead. So the next couple of weeks are kind of weird. All of a sudden, I'm never not wearing a blazer. I find business cards with my name and phone number in my purse. I black out, wake up, I'm conducting an open house in Arcadia. So naturally, I go to seek some answers. It turns out the man that I hit with my car, he was a realtor. So I then had to take his place as a realtor. So guys, if you're looking to buy or sell a house, I'm a realtor until someone kills me. So come talk to me if you want to buy or sell your house. All right, that's it for me. I'm Genevieve Rice.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you, Genevieve. Oh my gosh, it's actually strange how many comedians I know that are also realtors.
Yeah,
Even
and
just in the Phoenix area, it's like a trend. I don't know who started it, but you guys keep it up. Yeah, I guess I learned that your husband is cool, so that's a Miles Davis reference for everybody. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, Genevieve. She runs Bird City Comedy Festival, and you've got a couple of online shows going right now.
Oh yeah, we've got the Birdcage, which is happening tomorrow at 9:00 Arizona time, and Little Bird Showcase, which is our open mic every Thursday at 9:00.
Sweet. All right, well, check those out. Follow Genevieve Rice on the socials and things. And if you're in the market for a home, hit her up.
Because that's the only way I make money, to be honest.
I know, right? All right. So our last comedian for the evening also runs a show every Thursday night, I believe, online with a combination of drag and comedy. So give it up for Samantha Hale, everybody.
Yeah.
Woo! Thank you for having me, Kevin. It's so weird. I feel like I'm like the weird girl from LA. Like everyone's Phoenix, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm from LA. I love it though. I freaking love it. So I'm a realtor, and no, I'm just kidding. I have a question, Genevieve. You got a musician to marry you? What kind of magical vagina do you have?
Yeah.
You do that. Listen, I've dated I've had sex with a lot of musicians. none of it went anywhere at all. And the thing that I noticed, I don't know what it is about like dudes who don't want to commit. They always want to show you their high school pictures. I'm like, why? Why? Like the last guy I was dating, he was showing me his pictures and I looked at it and I said, no, wait a minute. You still have that 311 shirt. I know you know how to commit. Like, what the fuck? I don't I get hit on a lot by guys without tattoos, which I've noticed like Savannah, you've got tattoos. I'm covered in them. And that doesn't make any sense to me either. Cause it's like, it kind of feels like a guy saying to me like, whoa, oh my God, I love your commitments. I'll never make one, but cool shark. You know? I don't know. Is anybody single? Is anyone, Kerri, Samantha, are you guys like trying the dating thing? Yeah, you're smarter than, oh, married. Okay, well, fuck me. That's great. I keep trying to like, I don't know. I mean, maybe we're going to stop because we're going into the new surge, but I just recently started to try the online dating thing again because I hate myself. But I've gone on two, and the first one, so he shows up, and he shows up in like a cut up torn Marilyn Manson shirt from 20 years ago. I'm like, I showered for this. What the fuck? That's not. We sit down, he orders, and you know, when you order food, you're stuck there for the next hour at least, right? So as soon as we order food, this dude decides to tell me, he's like, so I'm a convicted felon because I used to rob people when I was camping in the desert when I used to be high on meth. And I was like, oh my God, wait. Oh, you like to go camping? And then the other guy was actually super cute. He shows up, but I'm like, he had a mohawk and a mullet. I'm like, you have to choose. You don't get both. But he was still really cute. And so we're having a good time, but he keeps looking at his phone and he keeps checking it. And he's like, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be rude. I really have to take this. You know, my boss, she needs a lot of things. And I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. I get it. Like, your boss must be really important. She said, he said, oh yeah. She's a big celebrity. I'm not really supposed to say, but I'll just say this. Kerri, you mentioned her earlier. I just say this. She's the queen of ska. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm getting cock block right now by Gwen Stefani. Like, what the fuck? I love Gwen, but don't speak. Just, I'm trying to get some. It was just weird. That's the most LA thing I could ever think of is fucking Gwen Stefani interrupting. Has anybody else finished Netflix? You guys just finished. I'm done with it. I've done it all. I'm getting really desperate. I'm going back and I'm watching things that people say are great, but I've never got around to watching. Like, I just finally saw True Blood. And I know that people love that show. I don't really get it. I think it's just Twilight with a lot of blowjobs. It doesn't turn me on. Like, I don't know which series came first, but I never did. And then the other thing that I've been really into lately is serial killer documentaries, because I'm a white woman. That's what we do. That's what we do. And there were a few that stood out as being just like really shocking. The first one being Dahmer. There was one on Jeffrey Dahmer, if you guys are familiar with him. So basically what he would do was he would go to the local bathhouse. He would pick the hottest guy, bring him back to his apartment, put on The Exorcist 3. He would put a sleeping pill in their drink, wait till they pass out, and then he would dismember them. Like, he would cut off their arms, put biceps in the freezer, and then he would cut out their heart and then cook it and then eat it in front of an altar that he made of skeletons of his other victims. And I was watching this and I was like, holy shit, that is shocking that anyone would watch The Exorcist 3. Like, kind of weirdo. And then when the cops caught him, they said, well, Mr. Dahmer, most of your victims were African-American. Is this a prejudice thing? And he was like, oh my God, no. I'm a cannibal, not a racist. And then the other one that was super shocking was Charles Manson. And the strangest thing about watching this documentary was finding out that he was 5'2". He was 5'2". What kind of a murder gnome is that? did he get all of these beautiful women to do his bidding for him? Like, I don't understand how that conversation went. Do you think he was like, okay, now girls, first, I need you to kill Sharon Tate. And then I need you to write the word pig on the wall in blood. And then I need you to reach the Cheerios off the top shelf. And the bitch of it is, he got life. Anyway, I kind of understand though, how women, like when you're young and you're impressionable, you do stupid stuff for guys. I get it. Like my first boyfriend was a lot older than me and I was 16. And I remember there was this one day he called me from work and he said, hey, Sam, do you know that locked box that I have under my bed? I said, yeah. He's like, I need you to go to my apartment and bring it to my work right now. And I said, oh my God, okay, sure. Yeah, whatever you say. So I get the lock box, I bring it to him and he opens it up and there was a loaded gun in it. A loaded gun. And I was like, what the fuck, Todd? You work at a Sizzler? That's embarrassing. And then the last thing I'll say, I feel like everyone is like, we're going to get on the political train. Fuck it. I'm going to go for it. The thing, okay, Trump's done a lot of really stupid shit, but I still feel like the scariest thing of this entire last year was the first week of June. That was when Trump threatened to send in the military and Nickelback threatened to release a new album. But I posted the other day something like about how excited I was about Biden and Harris. And this random person, I don't even know who it was, commented, he was like, oh, well, Trump is still the best. You need to just get over it already. And I said, oh, really? I don't get over things. I'm still mad that the woman at the end of Titanic dropped the heart into the ocean. Like, fuck that. There was another post I posted, would you go back in time and kill baby Trump? And this guy commented and he was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like a celebrity like you would ever say that. That's so offensive. I'm like, first of all, you think I'm a celebrity? And second of all, time travel isn't real, you dumbass. Like, I'm not gonna go back in time and kill a baby. Okay, I would just drop him a lot. Get over it. And then the last thing I'll say is that I think the scariest thing of 2020 of everything is, oh my God, the $75 vagina candle that does anybody own it? Anybody own that? Yeah, no. $75 for a candle that smells like her twat. I don't even Coldplay was like, fuck that, I'll get an Airwick. You know? And I don't like Coldplay, but I do like the one song Fix You, because the lyrics are so simple. It's I will fix you. So if a man says to a woman, I will fix you, it's romantic. If a woman says to a man, I will fix you, it's me. It was totally me. And you guys, this has been so much fun. Thank you, everybody.
Woo! Give it up for Samantha Hale, everybody. That's our show. Thank you to all the comics who are on the show tonight: Courtney, Savannah, Kerri, Genevieve, and Samantha. So yeah, thank you guys. If you are watching on Facebook, feel free to donate to the show or to St. Mary's Food Bank, so we can feed some people next week. And everybody have a great weekend. We'll be back in 2 weeks for our next show, and I'll be posting about that on all the socials. So we're at AMF Comedy on Instagram and Facebook, so pretty easy to search. Yeah, and Samantha is saying that join her show. Come check it out on Thursday nights. Do that. All right.
If any of these amazing comics from tonight want to do some time, I would love to have all of you. You're all hysterical. Just message me.
There it is.
Nice. I like it, Courtney.
Rest in peace, your DMs. All right. All right. So yeah, thank you guys so much. This has been AMF Comedy, and I just realized we didn't record, so no archive, but we had fun.
Hey,
We had fun.
in our minds, in our hearts.
It'll be on Facebook for however long they keep it on Facebook. So share with your friends if they can watch it live and they want to watch the show. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Nice working with you guys.
Yeah, good job.